Those who are planted in the house of the Lord will flourish in the courts of our God. Psalm 92:13. This is my part 3. I'm saying part 3 because I'm doing today. It's a foundational verse, I think, and I will bring it up again. But I wanted to talk specifically about parking a few times today because parking is so key to me. And this is my third one today. I'll probably talk about it again, but whatever. This third one today. It's not when I mention Parker, people don't know what I mean. It's not like valet, valet parking, like where you meet the door. It's not. No, that's a club. That's a club. That's not what we're doing. I'm talking about for churches. Could be a crossing guard, parking lot guide. I don't know what we call that. Exterior greeter. It's all those things because you're directing traffic. The responsibility of the parker, no matter where they are, is to safeguard people and property. That's and the functions can be different. You can do different things depending where you are. What I do here is not the same as what my friend Kenny does at his church. He's active in his church. I'm active in my church. But we're both Parkers, because there are some things that really cross over. It's not totally ego trip of me to say it's one of the most important jobs in the local church, because it's even when I move on, because I inside something's telling me my time to work in the parking lot is almost over. I'm almost going to do something different. It's not going to change all of a sudden. Oh, that's not important. No, it'll still be important even when I'm not there. So it's not totally ego thing. Though it does help my ego a lot whenever people say, "Oh, we didn't see you last week. It's not the same without you." Oh, yeah. Great, it's not. But somebody needs to be there. It's important. It's a good ego trip, but I don't want my identity to be wrapped up in just the parking lot, because that's what I've been doing for several years. No. I mentioned how safeguarding property and people are very important because, see, we've got vehicular traffic and you've got pedestrian traffic. You've got to make sure, to your best of your abilities, there are no collisions in the parking lot between cars. You don't want scratch and dents. You don't want that to be on your conscience. But you definitely don't want a little kid to get hit. You don't. So, you've got to be observant. Turn your head. Look over here, look over there. Because that's why God gave us joints. Our neck joint, so we can turn. Our knees, our arms, our shoulder. Okay, all the little joints that move in our body. Not just for walking forward. It's so that we can move. So that we can be observant. Because if you're watching one direction, you're always watching this direction, because it's a one-way street. You're watching the cars come in. You've got to be cognizant of that building right there, because kids are coming out of that building. They're going to be running across the parking lot. You've got to be cognizant of people coming out of the church over there, not just the traffic coming this way. Now, what if somebody is going the wrong direction and a car comes up behind you? You've got to know what's up. Hey, keep watching. Be observant when you're in a parking lot. That's a big key. Observational skills. Yeah, you can't just willy-nilly send a new person out in the parking lot and say, "Oh, just smile and wave." It's more than that. There's a team. I'm talking about teams sometimes. Team's a big deal to me, because I guess I didn't experience a lot of team growing up. And parking. But I'm gonna. That's all I have to say about it right now.